Good morning. It's Nanny from Nanny and the Moose, crushing their 80s. My mission is twofold. Number one, I'm going to study all the tutorials I can as to how to improve my ranking by keywords, checking YouTube Buddy and various other sites to help me also get as a suggested video. And number two, the second one, is to go back to my favorite ladies, Sandra Hart, Mary Ellen. And by the way, I'm a Mary Ellen too. And I'm also going to improve myself so that I will look better for those videos. Who can help me get ready for my videos, what to do, what not to do? And I'm going to show you what I've acquired over the 4 months since I've been watching YouTube, and you wouldn't believe the stuff I have. What's good, what's bad. I never realized that I could look any better than I was, which I didn't think I looked great at this point. I stopped wearing my contacts, thought I looked better with the eyeglasses, but I know now that I can look better. So, we'll begin in a minute. I'm going to show you my stash. And for some reason or other, when I would walk through the mall on my way to my Apple classes, people would hand me these little bags, sweet little bags. Ma'am, we can fix your eyebrows for you. Of course, they're disappearing. We can fix your under eyes. We can fix your creams. Why? Something must be wrong. So I'm going to show you what I have here, and you can tell me what to do, what not to do. Get ready for my videos and be better than I am. Well, first of all, I guess I have to explain that Moose and I live in a tiny adobe cottage on our youngest daughter's property. Always had my nice lighted mirror, which I had to stick on the side of our cabinet, which houses our TV inside and my collection of quilts up there. Have a nice window here, so I do get natural light coming in from outside. I don't always keep all this here, obviously, but it's out today. Now, this is funny. Since I've been watching these lovely ladies showing about all the products, I've gone out and I have found things that I never knew existed. Collagen, body oil collagen. How about this one? This one is hyaluronic acid, which I hear everybody talk about. Serum. Now, these are all oils. I knew nothing about oils, which is probably something I should. Body oil, retinol. Now, these are all very cheap versions. I don't know whether they do anything or not, but in the morning when I put them on my skin, they do make it feel good because, as I said, I have such dry skin. Oh, look at this. This I love. Somebody talked about this. This is the roller for your face, the jade roller. Now, this is really funny because I never knew half this existed. I do have some really nice brushes that my daughter has gotten me over the years, which I've never used because my skin was so dry that it flaked up if I used any powder. I have some MAC brushes. I even have something from Marc Jacobs. Where is it? But at any rate, Colleen would buy me makeup and everything, which I never wound up using. When I was in high school and college, the snow got my cheeks nice and rosy. I would pinch my cheeks in the morning on the way to school or class or wherever, and the snow got me nice. Thank God I have had good skin, and over the years, I really have not acquired too many wrinkles. I do like a shiny face, that J-Lo look. I really do like that. But now I've heard that maybe as a lady of a certain age, we shouldn't have that. The big story behind my skin, facial skin, actually my whole body, is my true love, Nivea cream. When I was 32 years old, And this is a funny story that I'll probably tell on camera because you don't want to keep looking at this. But I will tell you, this is when I started Nivea cream. My hands, as you've probably noticed in other videos, if you've watched any, are like little chicken legs. I don't have pretty hands, and as a result, that's why I like big chunky jewelry. But my face is held up pretty good, so I know I could use some help. Basically, that's the story of what I have worn, which is not much over the years. And when we moved to California, I did give up the cold snow on my cheeks, which acted as my blush, or my pinching my rosy. And now it's time to be a big girl and see what we can do about looking better. So wish me luck. We're ready to go with the makeup. And what I am doing is I am following tutorials of some of my favorite people, different parts from different people. And for instance, Nicole Johnson says to do the eyes first so it doesn't mess up the makeup afterward. Maybe I'll do that. And Rockstar Mom, who I love her makeup, starts with the concealer, and then I'll do that. So my problem is, I suppose like everyone who is a super ager, we have a little trouble seeing when you're doing makeup. I used to have a pair of glasses where one came down, you could do one eye and then the other one would go up, but I can't find those now. So I'm going to take these off and hope that my eyesight holds out. So we'll start with the eyes. Of course, I have to put the glasses on again to be able to get the stuff out. Guess we start with a little concealer up there, right? Now this one seems to come out quite heavily. I hope it's the right color. I don't know, but whoa. There we go. Look at that. Now, I guess you blend this, right? It's gonna have to do. All right, I'm gonna blend it in. Go all the way up to the top. And you see what I'm doing? This is how they do it. They usually hold a mirror, but I'm hoping that this will work. Blending into the eyes, and maybe at the same time in here. Now, I don't know, and maybe some of these ladies will have to tell me. See, as it starts to dry, it really doesn't blend too awfully well. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, but ow. Sorry, I brushed into my eye. Oh dear. Have to bring it down on the lid. Didn't do it here, but as it dries, maybe you're supposed to let it dry a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to do under the eyes yet because I'm afraid it will dry a little bit. I prefer a lighter color. I have a rosy one from e.l.f. I like the e.l.f. cosmetics, especially the ones where you draw your eyebrow in with a little tiny pencil, little strokes, and I'll show you that. But I like these colors. Of course, it's always hard to get open, especially without the glasses. And this is sort of a rosy color. Can you see that? I'm going to, I think, start with that color. I don't know how it's going to go with my pale blue eyes, but we'll see. So I'm going to start. Now, I do have a hooded eye, the dreaded hooded eye. So I'm going to try and do what I've learned about trying to get a crease in there. The other thing that I think is so interesting is making this little triangle up here in the corner to make your eyes look like they're going up. Now maybe that's it. Now remember, I'm doing this makeup for my videos. Now I probably got too much there. So, and you know, I even think I have some of my old paint brushes here that I use when I'm painting. Crazy. But I'm going to put a little bit of lighter something up here. Okay. And maybe get that part in the corner there. Now, I don't know whether that makes it look like I have a crease. I don't know. I'm getting my contacts back now that I'm learning how to do this. All right, I'm going to do this eye. I did love eye makeup. That's about all I did. But I haven't tried that lately. I do like pale brown too. Now I'm going to try and do this maybe without looking in the mirror up in the little corner. I'm tearing. I see what they do. Sometimes you do a little smudge. I'm still tearing from my poking my eye with the brush. How about that? Well, we'll see. Looks a little too smudgy. Hopefully don't look like I have a black eye. Now I have mascara. This is the L'Oreal, I believe, and I do like this. This is what the ladies do. They put their hands up like this. Anyway, I'm trying so hard, everybody. And the little poet, Susan, too, has the most beautiful soft makeup. I wish I could do that like she does. Now, I'm probably going to poke my eye again, but I'm trying. I used to have nice long lashes at one point, but like everything else, it either goes or, in the case of my weight, it grows. Goes or grows, right? And I've always liked to do lower lashes. I don't know whether that's... Does that look too smudgy on that eye? I do notice that probably the biggest difference that I notice is my eyes, mainly because they are so washed out without something on them. So, that does look different, doesn't it, when you put mascara on? I'm still tearing from my eye poke. Maybe for the video, I know Susan, the little poet, had a tutorial the other day that I really watched several times over because she talked about how putting makeup on for Zoom conferences or videos where you wanted to look better, she did her makeup twice as heavy as she would normally do for everyday wear. Since I'm a grandma of 20 kids and great-grandma of 10, and since I'm way, way over 60, way, way over 70, I might try and look a little more natural. So, how am I doing so far? I think maybe that's it with the eyes. Now, I love this part. I use, and all of my cosmetics are not expensive. I like a lot of the e.l.f. cosmetics. I used to get a lot of Estee Lauder because I wore the same perfume for 45 years, Estee Lauder's Estee, until you couldn't get it 5 or 6 years ago anymore. And I have to order it on eBay, and it's horribly expensive, but it's one of my, everyone says, you're not mom or nanny if you're not wearing Estee. So I'm sort of forced into buying the expensive. Still have this, and I'm going to use this too. Now, this is fascinating. As I said, you can see how I've lost a lot of my eyebrows in here. They used to come into the side of the eye like they're supposed to. I had a nice arch, but I've lost, I think Mary Ellen calls it the tail. And I have lost the tail, and I know there's some special product that she uses that she got her tail back. And I think that's funny, but... she said that. I didn't. Okay, this is the e.l.f. product. And there's two colors. I use the lighter color because my eyebrows are light. And it comes with this tiny little brush that has, it's slanted. And you dip it in. This is a creamy, it's not powdery, it's creamy. And I'm going to try and do this on the camera. I'll do my tail first. Okay, you go out. Did I mess it up? Because I can't see. And little strokes just going down where you think your tail should be. I don't know. I better try and see how I did. Not too bad. Did I get the tail going there? Now, the part I really have to fill in about 1/4 of an inch here, and I'm going to have to do this in the mirror, but I'm going to bring my eyebrow in here, and it really makes a difference. I'm doing strokes straight up in the direction that my eyebrows would go, not straight. And as I say, it's very creamy. And then maybe a little bit on top to accentuate the arch. And I think that's amazing. Look. Look. Now I'm going to do the other one. That's amazing, isn't it? Elf, and I get it in Walmart. It's not expensive. And I think it's called eyebrow sculpting. How am I doing, girls? Actually, makeup is fun. I probably should have been in it years ago, but I think I was too busy raising all my little ones. And now all my daughters love makeup. They're very, in fact, one of my daughter's husband is a TV news anchor man here in LA. And one time someone asked their little daughter, who at the time was 3, "What does your daddy do?" And she said, "My daddy goes to work and makes money on television so my mommy can buy shoes and makeup." And Colleen does love it. Shoes and makeup still. But do you see the difference in my eyebrows? Sorry about my tear. They're closer together. I hope you like the look better. I think eyebrows are important. So I think my eyes are finished. Maybe the tear has messed this up a little bit, but okay, now for the concealer. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm following, oh boy, this is, okay. Now I do have a little puffiness underneath and a funny little thing. Someone told me once what it was, collection of something or other. Don't really have too many 11s. I'm gonna have to look back in my mirror. These, I hear, are my laugh lines. Didn't have these until a couple years ago, believe it or not, and I've been laughing all my life. I'm a very happy person. And these are my marionette. Now, I know about those because when I was teaching school for years and years, we did work a lot with puppets. So, woo! Now, you blend it out, I guess. And I'm using a flat brush. I do have some good brushes. Colleen bought me some Sephora's and MAC. I haven't used them, but she bought them. I'm going to have to go look in my mirror. I can't do this way. Ooh! With all the sunning that I did as a young girl on the Jersey Shore, it's a wonder I don't have more on my face. Now, they say to bring it out. Whew, this better work. Whoa. Now, I do have one of these great sponges. And one of the ladies, I don't know whether it's Mary Ellen or somebody, uses this to get this all smudged in. Okay. We'll see. Now, this is the part that I've never done before, and it's the foundation. I've tried it now and then, but because I've always had such dry skin, it always seemed too cakey to me. But on the other hand, most of it was powder. So this seems to be a nice little tool. It's a little sponge with a flat side, and once again, it's a Walmart product. This is a brush, and on the end of the brush, you squeeze the tube, and the makeup, it's a liquid foundation. If I can find my glasses here to find out who makes it. I really kind of like this. It seems to be the right color. I think it's a Revlon. It's a Revlon product, and it's called Revlon Age Defying Spa. I'm squeezing, hear it? And I'm going to start putting the makeup on. I guess you do little dots here and there, but I feel it coming out. See it? Coming out. A little bit up here. And then I guess you take your foundation brush. I'm trying to remember all the instructions and all the tricks that these women have made. I guess that's enough. I have two brushes here. One is a Sephora and one is a MAC. And I guess one is the foundation brush and one is blush. I think this is the blush one. It's nice too. Here we go. Is it going in? We'll see. Is it? So hard to see and do this. This does take practice, ladies. But we'll see how it turns out. Now, Sandra Hart has beautiful skin from Sandra over 60. And she doesn't use a lot of heavy makeup. She really relies on nice serums and oils to keep her skin in good condition. But she has beautiful deep set eyes, which I wish I had. Well, I lost a little weight recently. I was doing Weight Watchers. I joined right before the quarantine, and I did lose about 10 pounds. I noticed I have little lines right here, so I must have lost some weight in my face, but I'm still, oops, that's right. They say to go down to the neck, blend it down to the neck. But I'm still going to keep going because I do have extra weight on me. And fortunately, I don't have big boobies, so I think that's in my favor. That keeps me a little bit lighter. Okay, now for the blush, right? Have I skipped anything? I don't think so. My tearing has stopped. Ooh, love my eyebrows. Now, the blush that I use is a Wet n Wild, which is very reasonable. And it's called Mega Glow. As I said, I do like a shiny face, or at least a little sparkle to it. Now, I try and keep the brush on this side because the other side is light. And I suppose if you're doing something, you would blend them. But I want just the color from this side. And I notice that they dab. So we're going to dab. Now, you don't get much color. I do like a lot of color on my cheeks. As you know, when we lived back east, and I was in high school and college and beyond, I did use the snow in the wintertime to make my cheeks nice and rosy. Everybody says to smile and get it on the apple of your cheek. Hope I'm getting color. Can't tell until I put my glasses on. Back into the hairline. I always try and keep it up. Sometimes I come too low. The final thing that I love, and probably a lot of women wouldn't like this. Maybe my tutorial lovely ladies might not either, but I do love a shine. So I'm going to go down my nose, a little bit up here on the forehead, a little on the chin, and definitely, I used to have great cheekbones at one time too when I was skinny. Here, now I'm going to try and blend that in. I will use my hand. I just think that the shine helps to give a more youthful look to a mature face. So, I have two kinds of favorite lipsticks. I used to wear a lipstick that was sort of a rosy fuchsia with a blue tint to it. And it always made my teeth look white. In fact, I just did get a new teeth whitening thing to do myself. I do everything myself. My nails, cut my own hair. Don't have to color it anymore. This is all au naturel. I don't even know what color this is. And the other color, I've always preferred a bronzy or amethyst color. Never could get used to the gels. I think that's it. So let me put my glasses on. I'm gonna get those contacts. See what I've missed. Did everything. Concealer, eye makeup, foundation, blush. What else? Lipstick. Did I bring it down to the neck enough? Hope I did. Now, I did underneath it all put my, as you know, I love my Nivea. And I have to put some sort of a cream or an oil serum on, dab it off. Don't dab the cream off. My skin is so dry, it just soaks right in. But I did have to put this on first, otherwise it never would have taken. So that's number 2 on my list of my mission. And number 1 of what I'm trying to do is to pay attention to the tutorials. I like Brian G. Johnson. I think his name is Kevin Dean. There's 1 or 2 others that I thought had very good ideas for a young YouTuber like myself. We've been not young in years, but young in the time I've been on. We've been on 4 months, and I really would like to grow my subscriptions, my viewership, and they suggested what they called, and I believe it was Brian Dean who did say this, try the sequel method, which is what I'm doing. The sequel method is to study keywords, to look at other people within your niche. Now, my niche is not beauty, it's lifestyle. Because of our big family, my husband and I have a very active life with the kids and ourselves, and we just talk about what we're doing as we're aging, super aging into our 80s. We're in there. So this is it. What do you think? I think it's okay for my videos, and maybe some of you lovely ladies would let me know how you think I did following all your tips. Maybe I didn't put enough bronzer on, or blush, as we say. There was something else I had called a contour that you do put under here to make the cheekbones stand out. But, whoops, wouldn't that be nice? Get rid of those lines on my marionettes. Love that term, marionettes. Anyway, please subscribe if you like this. Make some comments. Be kind, please. And know that I love you. These are tough times, but we're all getting through it. And one of these days, that sun will come out, the rainbows will come out, and we'll be hugging each other again. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.